So I'd like us to start, not necessarily by writing, but you can if you want to, but to think for a moment about an image from your morning. If you try to get out of, well, before you came to the poetry workshop, okay? maybe it should be an image from yesterday before you're inundated with poetry workshops. And I'll give you one from my morning. And images, of course, have often been described as word pictures. So it's like we take what we see and we turn it from visual things into words, into language. But they're also involve all the other senses. So not only word pictures, but what we hear, what we taste, what we smell, those are all images. And they are the lifeblood of poetry. And of course, they're not only in poetry, they're all around us. This room is full of images, including all these lovely faces thinking about poetry, right? But the image that struck me this morning, I went for a walk along the river, and I made it to the dam and stood on that metal bridge in between the two. And I looked on one side, and the water, of course, was very swift and rapidy and foamy. And I stood and I looked on the other side, and the water was perfectly still, with maybe just the slightest little ripple as the water was about to pour over. And I loved the contrast between those two waters. Now that's just an image, something I saw. I turned it into an idea after, because I started thinking, it's as if the water is waiting here to sort of take its turn and go over and be the fast-moving water. But I don't think it has a sense of waiting like the human has. So it's a waiting without waiting as I know it. It's a kind of water waiting. And I was trying to figure out the difference between the way water waits and the way I wait. But before I got to that idea and the question, all I had was the image. It's still on this side of the bridge, and it's quickly moving and flowing on the other side of the bridge. So an image from your morning. Doesn't have to be profound, doesn't have to be poetic, just an image, a smell, a taste, a touch, a sight that you think of right now.